So if you've been keeping up with the Vybz Kartel Privy Council case, if you've been keeping up with the whole murder trial from he's been locked up since what 2011. So if you've been keeping up with it, you know that Vybz Kartel has been pushing for his freedom and has been maintaining his innocence since then. Now, though I don't know if he's innocent or guilty, I do know that a lot of the evidence looks in favor of the guilty side. But now that the Privy Council is looking over the evidence, it's showing that a lot of the evidence is, as Jamaicans would say, as we Jamaicans would say, shaky. So when you look at the evidence, a lot of the evidence was so-called tampered with. On to what level of tampered, or does it matter if it's any level of tampering? As long as it was tampered, there's an issue. So everybody knows, well, not everybody, most people know once a case make it to the Privy Council, it's that case will be scrutinized fully, and every T, every I's and every T must be crossed and dotted. And if they're not, the Privy Council is going to frown upon that, and it could lead you to having a retrial, or it could throw your case out with enough insufficient I would say procedures, and that seems to be what's going on with the Jamaica Constabulary Force. They didn't follow proper procedure with taking Vybz Kartel to court and how they secure evidence, which is everybody know that's how Jamaica works. So I'm sure Vybz Kartel lawyers also knew that's how Jamaica worked. So that's why they couldn't wait for their time to go in front of the Privy Council, because they knew they would be able to show them these discrepancies. So a lot of people don't realize that Vybz Kartel, he knows that this is a big chance for him to get out of jail. He knows that this is a very strong possibility. You're always going to hope that you get out, but is at a point now that he realized that this is make or break. He know this is his last attempt, the last ditch attempt for him to get out of jail, or miraculously Lizard walks back and say, hey, here I am. And then they say, oh, they got to let him out. But other than that, Vybz Kartel is realizing that, and his lawyers are assuring him that there is a strong possibility of him at least getting a retrial, even though they don't want a retrial. They want the case to be thrown out and just said null and void because of the malpractice of law that the Jamaican Constabulary Force have done. And they've done, if you've been keeping up with what's going on, they have been horrible how they've been dealing with Vybz Kartel stuff. So Vybz, lawyer, the team of lawyers that he have been pushing their case out for this last 2 days. And a lot of the stuff that they're saying has brought to my knowledge that I haven't heard the first time around. A lot of evidence has been messed with, a lot of things that have been touched that shouldn't have been touched, not secured properly, as some would say, that could lead for a retrial or a mistrial. The jury was one of the biggest thing. How you keep a jury that was bribery, that was caught taking money and was under bribery charges on the jury. That was such a mistake from that judge that I don't know how could a judge make a mistake like that. Everybody with common sense knowing that jury should have been put off the case. So no matter how you feel about Vybz Kartel, no matter how you feel about the case, no matter if you feel like he's a murderer, he's a killer, or whatever you feel about him, that jury should have been off the case. That jury should have been off the case. They should have dropped him off the case, should have brought in a new jury or whatever, or say a mistrial and bring the case back. But they didn't do that. They left that jury on the case, and now it leads a wide open door for Vybz Kartel team of lawyers to convince the Privy Council to let him out of jail, or at least give him a retrial, which more likely, if he get a retrial, he'll be able to have bond, and he'll be out on the streets to do whatever he wants until that case is brought back to the court. Now, you know, a lot of people don't understand how the judicial system works. Just because you're hearing these things now doesn't necessarily mean that the Privy Council is going to go exactly with it. But I did listen to one thing. One of the members of the Privy Council said they asked the lawyer if this was in England, this was here, and all that stuff was happening, would this trial still go through the court? And he stomped him. I mean, he knows it wouldn't have went through. He knows that was grounds, even in the U.S., that was ground tampered evidence, unsecured evidence properly. Any lawyer, any decent lawyer is going to have a field day with that type of stuff. So, more likely they would not bring that case there. They would probably retry it. They would probably ask the judge for different things, different procedures to get the court to give them a retrial so they can secure evidence. They can go over back and cross their T's and dot their I's, which the Jamaica Constabulary Force did not do. They dropped the ball on trying to convince Vybz Kartel. They had unprofessional ways of cops dealing with stuff, and they all went out there and did how they usually do stuff, what they do with everybody else that probably don't have the source of the means of money that Vybz Kartel have to be able to pay lawyers and keep pushing his case to try and get his freedom, which a regular man from Jamaica don't have that. He doesn't have that type of money to consistently put money in a lawyer's pocket to keep pushing his case to try and get his freedom. That's just not how it works. I realize that Vybz Kartel sat in his jail cell. He's hearing from his lawyers. He's seeing the reaction of people, and that could be weighing a lot of people's opinion, because a lot of times I've seen court cases where it seems like the judges are on the side of this person because they're hearing all the evidence and they hear everything, and then boom, doesn't go that way that you thought it was going to go. So I've seen that also. But it seems like Vybz Kartel is watching the fans. He's hearing, listening to what people saying, and even with me, just listen and just listening to what Vybz Kartel lawyers are saying, I think he needs a retrial. I think this is grounds. We just got to be fair. Vybz Kartel needs a retrial. I wouldn't say completely throw the case out, but I would say definitely he needs a retrial, because there was a lot of mistakes made here. There was a lot of unprofessional corruption, whatever you want to call it. These guys that handle a case, they were just like, they don't know what they were doing. And even if it wasn't corruption, it's the mere lack of discipline that these officers had to get a case and to conduct the case properly, which they dropped the ball on that. And now this could give Vybz Kartel his freedom. So it's a 50-50 chance Vybz Kartel will be out of jail in the next few months. It's a real chance Vybz Kartel will be able to walk on the streets, at least for a few months or a couple of years, until that case plays itself out again. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Let me know if y'all been paying attention to the case. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know if y'all think he deserves his freedom or should he stay in. Let me know all of that in the comment section. Just let me know. I'm out.